Did you know Diddy's darkest secrets are finally coming to light? The feds just exposed 15 shocking fantasies in court that could change everything you thought about him. You're not ready for this.
Right now, Houston attorney Tony Busby announces his law firm has filed 2 new cases against fallen music mogul Sean Diddy Combs.
Before we testify about it, just confirm with me that what you've been handed, which is now...
Objection, Your Honor, to publishing a document that's not in evidence that he has not attributed for the record.
So we get there, and that's when stuff got weird. And that's why they lock up our phones, because they know what we see in there. They were dressed up like little Harajuku Barbies.
Like what?
Little people, okay? We're not gonna say what type of little people.
A lot of people allowed it to go on, said nothing, didn't intervene, maybe benefited from it, profited from it. All of these individuals and entities, in my view, have exposure here.
P. Diddy, the name says it all. This guy's not just a music mogul. He's a hip-hop legend, the kind of icon who's got it all: success, influence, charisma. He's the one people look up to, the guy who's practically written the rulebook on making it big. But here's the question: what's really going on behind all that charm and success? Stick around, because we're diving deep into the life and moves of the one and only Diddy, and trust me, you won't want to miss this.
Savage! I'm a savage! Oh!
From strange moments with his mom to bizarre fantasies and unsettling freak-offs, Diddy's got a list of skeletons darker than you'd ever imagine. Here are the top 15 creepiest revelations the feds have uncovered straight from their files. Number 15. Let's kick things off with Diddy's odd relationships with the guys in his circle. Let's start with his friendship with Biggie. Just watching the two of them hang out, you can almost feel the weird vibes through the screen. It's like, why so close, man? And trust me, Biggie wasn't the only one. Diddy's pattern with his male friends just seems a bit over the top, to say the least. But that's just the beginning. Hold tight, because the next one's even wilder. Number 14. And if that didn't raise your eyebrows, wait till you hear about Diddy's thing for kissing men. Yeah, I'm serious. Check out this 2022 interview with Birdman. It starts off as a chill, friendly convo, but then Diddy takes things to a whole other level. Just as the energy's getting comfortable, he goes in for a kiss, and let's just say, Birdman was not here for it. The moment turned from friendly to awkward real fast. And that's not the only time Diddy's been caught doing things that raise some serious questions.
You will definitely be upset. You will definitely be upset because you will be outstunned, motherfucker. I went nigga, start working out, though. Just start, like, get in the gym, though, nigga. You know, I ain't gotta work out, nigga. But you know something? My thumbs are so strong from carrying all that paper.
This guy doesn't hold back. He's actually bold enough to film himself flirting with Meek Mill, calling him daddy over and over again. Seriously, how much weirder can this get? Number 13. But wait, it gets even more bizarre. Remember that video where he's chilling on his balcony surrounded by a group of male escorts? Yeah, that happened. And just when you think it couldn't get crazier, there's another clip where he actually slaps Jay-Z on the butt. Yeah, you heard that right. How is this stuff even real?
50 had to come back out and make my show hot. I so appreciate it.
It's a Rockefeller show, motherfucking city.
I love New York. You gon' respect this.
It's all kinds of wild and creepy. Diddy's not holding back when it comes to his male friendships. What's next? Seriously, we're just getting started here. Number 12. Now, for number 12, we've got the ultimate head-scratcher that's had people talking all around the world. Diddy's relationship with Justin Bieber. Seriously, just watch this video and you can judge for yourself. Diddy drops this line about Justin spending 48 hours with him. Can you imagine being stuck with this guy for that long after everything we've heard?
Where would you like to go?
I mean, wherever you want to go. Where are we going?
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like, you know, where we hanging out and what we doing.
We're going crazy.
Crazy.
So apparently they weren't supposed to spill the details about what really went down during those hours. Justin, just a kid at the time, was all excited and totally clueless about what was actually happening. But fast forward a year and bam, there they are in another video together. This time, though, you can feel the discomfort on Justin's face. It's almost like he's trying to hide how much things have changed.
Man, you good?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, young brother, everything's good? Selling out arenas and everything?
starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But you never really got my number, so.
Right. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
And if you think those were the only times Diddy made things seriously awkward, think again. There's this one podcast where he got a little too tipsy and accidentally let slip some of the creepiest stuff you'll ever hear. I'm talking next-level uncomfortable moments that make you rethink everything you thought you knew about him.
Eyes, brother. Eyes. I understand.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. So check this out. It's me, Tyrese, Ray J, and F. Gary Gray. I'm a type of nigga, I like variety, man. I like people that's unpredictable. I like different personalities. So I was like, I never knew they would become what they are today. But you know what I'm saying? But
The room went dead silent after his comments. You could feel the tension, like everyone was holding their breath, waiting for someone to say something, anything, to break the awkwardness. Number 11. Now, let's get into number 11, and trust me, this one's a doozy. Diddy managed to make the vibe so awkward that even a tough guy like Mike Tyson couldn't handle it. They were sitting together for an interview, and you could literally see Mike squirming in his seat. The guy's a heavyweight champ, known for knocking out opponents without breaking a sweat, but in that moment, he looked like he'd rather take a punch than stay in that room.
Flat on your back, but I tried to do to play it off. You know how when you fall and you act like there ain't nobody seeing, you just keep on rocking. But it was like, all right.
It truly is about the Benjamin, as we see.
Oh, yes, he's glittering.
It truly is about the Benjamin.
Well, now, when we come back, we're going to talk more with Puffy, and if you want to hang out, more than welcome to stick around, my brother. All right? We'll be right back.
Number 10. Let's kick things off with one of Diddy's weirdest moments, and trust me, when it comes to Diddy, the list is endless. Picture this. It's a Saturday night in New York, and Diddy's out on the town. You can almost feel the awkward energy in the air. Everyone in the room seems uncomfortable, giving side eyes like they know something's off. The moment Diddy opens his mouth, the whole vibe shifts. You can just tell something weird is about to happen. And this is just the beginning of what goes down in his world. Number 9. Moving on, let's talk about Diddy's relationships. We've already noticed a pattern, right? He seems to treat his male friends a little too well compared to his girlfriends. But things really get shady when you start looking at how Diddy handles competition. When he sets his sights on something or someone, he doesn't back down. Take his relationship with Cassie, for example. It's been rumored that he literally chased her down a hotel hallway. Yeah, you heard that right. The hotel's CCTV caught it all. And just to make sure nobody saw it, Diddy offered the hotel a whopping $50,000 to destroy the footage. But somehow that particular clip slipped through the cracks. A little too convenient, right? This was one of the darker moments in Diddy's history, and it's clear that he has some serious control issues. Number 8. Now, let's talk about Diddy's other relationships, his bond with his mom. It's not your typical mother-son dynamic. In fact, it's downright strange. From overly intimate comments to bizarre public displays, their relationship has left more than a few people scratching their heads. It's one of those moments where you think, wait, what's really going on here? Diddy's got a lot of explaining to do when it comes to how he interacts with women, but this mother-son connection definitely raises some major questions. Number 7. Now, if you think we're done with hotels and weirdness, think again. Let's flash back to a 2004 appearance on the Conan O'Brien show. Diddy drops a bombshell. He straight up admits that before checking into any hotel, he sends someone ahead to prepare his bedroom. What does that mean exactly? Well, Diddy likes his freak-off set up just right. We're talking candles, weird aromas, the whole deal. It's one of those moments where you just stop and think, did he really just say that out loud? Yeah, he did. And it gets way stranger from here. Number 6. Speaking of hotels and strange behaviors, let's take a look at Diddy's wild Instagram moment. He posted a video showing himself surrounded by bottles of liquor, and if that wasn't enough to make you raise an eyebrow, wait for it. As he acts way too crazy on camera, he starts spitting out some seriously weird and creepy comments. Fans couldn't help but cringe. The liquor was one thing, but his behavior and the way he was talking? Let's just say it felt off, and people couldn't stop talking about it. Honorable mention. Before we dive into our top 5, let's just take a moment for this wild incident that makes you question everything you thought you knew about Diddy. There's this crazy moment where he's caught doing something truly out there with one of his friends. And let me tell you, the details are fuzzy, but it raises all kinds of questions. What did Diddy do to this guy? It's like he has this magnetic pull, drawing people into his weird, dark world. You can't help but wonder, what goes on behind closed doors with Diddy? But stick with me, we're just warming up. Number 5, moving on to number 5, and this one's disturbing. Diddy's creepy intentions toward women? Yeah, they go a lot deeper. One interview sticks out in particular, where Diddy casually talks about locking women up to get what he wants. He even says if you don't have what they need, they're gonna leave. Got to keep them there, right? You need locks on the doors. That right there? Straight up chilling. What's even scarier is the way he says it, so nonchalantly. It's one of those moments that stops you in your tracks and makes you think, did he really just say that? Number 4, let's talk about those freak-offs again. We all know about Diddy's infamous white parties, but what happened behind the scenes was downright evil. These freak-offs? They weren't your average party. Reports say they involved drugging people, trapping them on private islands, and plenty of alcohol. The whole situation sounds like a nightmare, and Diddy's at the center of it all. Who knew his parties were this dark? Number 3, now here's where it really gets weird. We're talking gallons, yes gallons, of baby oil. Over 1,000 bottles of it found at his house, along with AR-15s and narcotics. What was Diddy even doing with that much baby oil? One theory is that it was part of a bigger, darker plan, maybe a liquid drug to knock out his victims. It's a disturbing thought, but considering everything we've seen so far, it's not that far-fetched. Number 2, and remember how he talked about locking women up? Turns out he may have done just that. Reports suggest that Diddy's had people held against their will. That's not just creepy, it's terrifying. To think that someone like him could have that kind of power and use it to control others? It's enough to send chills down your spine. Number 1, and now the wildest, most unsettling moment, Diddy's white party and the cult he allegedly ran. The freak-offs he talked about were held somewhere only Diddy knew about, underground with no access for anyone else's, leading to a secret cave. Who knows what really went on there, but let's just say there's definitely more to the story than meets the eye. Diddy predicted his own doomsday, and after hearing everything we've uncovered, it's hard not to wonder, what's really going on in that man's world? So what do you think? Are we just scratching the surface, or is there even more to Diddy's secrets? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more insane stories. Thanks for watching.